Okay, let's ask a few questions. Yes, sir.
CMBS product that you did brought, talked about the spread. What were the LTVs on the issuance? What were the amortizations of the product in that pool?
I think it was like 70, after the rating agencies cut the, did their cuts on the valuation, it was like 77%. Coverage 135. Some of those loans had small amounts of interest-only periods, like 1 to 2 years, but it wasn't like, last year you had a lot of loans that had 10 years of interest only, and so this was relatively newly issued loans.
So there was a material difference in the mortgage constant versus what we saw?
Yeah, the real test to the market will come in a couple weeks. Bank of America is trying to securitize some of the old LaSalle loans, which had looser underwriting standards. And if the investors buy off on that, we're looking pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Candy out of London bought
Yeah.
the
Robinson
Robinson May site, 500
May site in Los Angeles.
Beverly Hills. yeah.
Candy.
built condo tower. It would appear that their assumption was that because of their exchange rate and their ability to manage their money, that they can make that pencil. My question to the panel would be, I know Bob said.
No way.
I think the answer on that one is, but in terms of foreign capital, taking advantage of their exchange rate and investing in U.S. real estate, how are the debt markets sort of working with that in terms of them bringing directly in?
Keep in mind one
Let me
thing.
repeat the question.
All right.
When a foreign entity, a foreign company like in the rest of the world, and looks like they're making an unbelievably stupid decision in overpaying tremendously for property in Beverly Hills, California, USA, planet Earth, how's that justified?
Keep in mind one major thing about that deal. Even though Candy, the young guys out of the UK, are the front faces that you and I see in the newspaper, that's not really the money behind the deal. The deal is actually the royal family of either Dubai or Qatar, one of the two, or Abu Dhabi. I'm not sure which of the petro.
We thought that was a very smart deal, by the way.
Yeah, well, time will
As
tell.
a seller.
Oh, as a seller. Yeah, wait, that's an important point. As the seller, it was a wonderful deal.
Bought for $50 million a year earlier, sold for $500 million.
Everybody, stop for 1 second and think about what Mark just said. Bought for 50, didn't do anything to the property.
Bought out the tenant. They bought out.
Bought out the May Company. Okay, bought out the May Company tenancy and sold 1 year later for $500 million. Anybody in this room think that could possibly make any kind of sense? And on top of which, the highest, just to give you very quick numbers, the high end of LA condo prices in really good locations, near Mark's office, for example, in Century City, the market may be $1,000 a foot, $1,200 a foot if you really end up going well. And Mark, how much are they in for?
I believe it's getting
$1,400, okay. I think on this deal, these guys need to make $3,000 or $4,000 a square foot to make the numbers pencil.
Just to break even.
Now, I go back to my original comment before, Barry. There are deals that happen that happen and close, and we all get excited, but that doesn't mean these guys are going to make money.
Go figure, the same company he loans to Macklowe. It's a joke. It's a joke. I gotta keep you awake at this time.
The common denominator is they're all, the ones where the oil countries overpay seem to be real trophy locations.
Oh, yeah.
Again, like New York City, he mentioned, 666 Fifth Avenue. This Robinson's May site in Beverly Hills, really like,
Great site.
not the general real estate market we're all talking about, but kind of very, very selective assets.
I just, as we end, Jay Rollins, I'd just like to say, is having a special program tomorrow. I've not seen Jay. I hear he's better than Kramer. And Jay, would you like to talk about your program in the morning?
I'll just give it 2 seconds on it. We're doing, in the morning from 9:30 to 12:30, a mezz, preferred equity and joint venture session where we do a deep dive into understanding the capital structure for mezzanine loans, preferred equity, and how joint ventures work, IRR waterfalls, promotes. We do an Excel model. You get an Excel model, a book, manual. And in the afternoon, we're doing an opportunistic real estate session where we do a deep dive into land, distressed assets, and condominiums. And again, you get an Excel model, a manual, and the PowerPoint. And each one runs about 3 hours, three and a half hours, and it's an add-on, and if anybody wants to add on to that and come to the session tomorrow, it's right next door. You can see the guys at the front desk and choose to do so.
Look, the risk in the capital markets at this point in time in all the panels today is being repriced. The process is being repriced. And it takes a period of time because the human mind doesn't adjust. Now, I talk about hard wiring, but we're not equipped to adjust very quickly. It just takes time. In technology, what's so interesting about technology is we see changes in technology every single day in medicine and all fields. But when it comes to the human mind, it takes longer for our human mind to adjust. And it takes time to adjust to this repricing. Some of you in the room are going to get it sooner and feel comfortable sooner. And others in the room, most of you in the room, it's going to take a period of time. It really deals with our hard wiring and how we see the world. It's not always economics. Each person has to come there their own way. For as far as I'm concerned in risk, go out into the damn casino, because this seems like the kind of crowd, and bet on red and black, and you got a good chance of winning. Thank you for attending.